Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All in My Plants. All in my plants, all the time, every day. So that's kind of what you can expect here. Today I'm just going to share with you some of my most frustrating plants. You can probably see some of them behind me. They're kind of around me because I still have the plaga. I am still sick. It has been 21 days. So I was going to show my big plants. I've been saying I want to do that, and I still do want to do that, but they're upstairs, and climbing stairs is not a great thing for me. It's more challenging than I'm willing to tackle right now. Mostly because I have to haul, the camera and mics and stuff like that, the tripod up the stairs and then back down the stairs, or I have to haul the plants down the stairs because the room that they're in, I really don't have room to move to to record. But anyway, without further ado, the plants that are frustrating me, that's what we're doing today. My most frustrating plants. I have several more than what I've gathered here, but yeah. So we're going to start with this one. This one, it looks fine. There's nothing wrong with this plant. It is Philodendron Subhastatum. I don't know if it's focusing. I can't see that far. But it's growing. It is very, very slowly. So slowly. And I want to blame the terracotta. This is how it came to me. This is how I bought it. I bought it on Facebook from a plant lady that I like locally. I bought several plants from her actually. And generally they all do fairly well. It's not her fault. I'm sure it's something I'm doing. I think I'm not watering it enough. I'm a notorious underwaterer. And if I had to guess, because it's in terracotta, I'm underwatering this plant. Like, it's fine. I mean, I burnt the shit out of it when I first got it. I stuck it right under a grow light. Like, you can't, there's hardly any green left on that leaf because I burnt it off. It was brown, now it's just the red back showing through. It's very unusual looking. But, so we fixed that problem. And now it's just kind of, I mean, this is a new leaf. It finally put out one. I've had this since, I want to say spring. I think it was cold when I went and got it from her still. Maybe not, I don't know, but it's like, it has grown 2 leaves. It just seems slow growing for a philodendron to me. Maybe. I don't know, so that's the first one. They're in no particular order. Who else? Oh, I got this from the same lady. It was doing pretty good. Once again, I put it in terracotta because I didn't want to root rot it to death. But like, if you look, the soil seems quite moist, but this pot is dry. And I think it's a watering issue again. You can see I've crisped the leaf off. I had high hopes when I first got it. I had high hopes. It does have a new growth point there. I don't know if it's focusing at all. Forgive me if it's not. It's not gone great. It put out a runner after this, so I did chop and propagate it. And, those are doing about the same. Actually, they're in a terrarium. They're doing okay. I think they had thrips before I put them in the terrarium. I mean, obviously they've been treated before I put them in there, but none of this plant is doing great for me. Once again, I don't think it's who I got them from. I'm 100% certain this is a me thing, a me problem. So I don't know. I love this plant though. I like the texture of it. I just want one that does okay. Okay, it doesn't even have to be great. Just, better than this would be cool. So yeah, that's the the Monstera Peru. That is very unhappy. Someday maybe I'll nail that down. The next one is actually Philodendron Pink Princess. This plant was huge. I mean, it was probably about 3 feet tall. It was doing fine. The problems that I'm having with this one are the same problems I was having with the full plant. This is very not great in here. It's the stump of the original plant. I chopped it all the way back. And I did a bunch of single node cuttings, which all of them grew, all of them survived. Some of them have better variegation than others. This one is not great. It has had thrips, spider mites, and just, I think we've got one variegated leaf there, and it's barely variegated if it's showing. I don't love Pink Princess. I love the way they look for other people. For me, I don't know what it is. This one, it had very nice variegation actually when it came to me. I got it from a local nursery. So once again, this is a me issue. I guess. I give it very bright light. I grow them outside, inside. I grow them under multiple conditions. And some do have better variegation than this. I think I sold the ones that had the best variegation. But yeah, it's just, the leaves stick. That's what happened to this one. It was just stuck forever. So finally I pried it out of there. A little water and a little tug, and it popped right out. But that is my issue with the Philodendron Pink Princess, is that it just, no matter what I do, they don't seem to look Instagram ready. They just never do great for me. I hear it's a common complaint actually that people struggle with them. So the next plant, right here actually, and it's very much the same issues as with the Philodendron Pink Princess, I swear. This is actually a Philodendron White Knight, not that you'd ever believe me. Oh, there's one little leaf that has some variegation. This one does too, but you can't really tell. It's green on green. I don't know, are we focusing at all? Maybe not. It's a lovely plant, but it grows in the same sort of pattern as the Pink Princess, and this one just does not have great variegation. So this was another one. It was quite tall, quite large, and I chopped it. These are actually two of the cuttings. This one is done much better, obviously, than the other one on the side there. I guess you can kind of see that there's one here and then one here. But wouldn't it be great if I stopped saying bump? This plant gives me the same issues as the Pink Princess. I guess you can kind of see how similar the growth pattern is. I don't love that. And I don't love that the leaves stick, and I don't love that the variegation isn't great. So it's frustrating. I'm probably gonna, I think I mentioned that I'm gonna try tissue culture. This is probably one of the plants that's gonna grow in the tissue culture. The Pink Princess, not so much, because I don't know if it's bad stock or you know, once again, that I've done, but that plant doesn't seem the healthiest. This one here is quite healthy. Low pest issues. I don't think I've ever had any pests on this one. I don't think. It grows well, it roots well. It's just the lack of variegation. So maybe I could get some in tissue culture. I don't know. Either that or I'd have a whole bunch more green Philodendron White Knights. So yeah. I love this plant, I do. It's pretty, but it's frustrating. Then this here, I'm not even 100% sure what this is, but it does not look like what it is. I'll have to put the name in. I bought it on Etsy and I can't ever remember the name. I want to say it's like Silver Satin or Silver Splash. It looks like a Silver Hero or Platinum, but it's Scindapsus. Whatever the name says on screen is what it is, but it doesn't have the markings it's supposed to have. It grew, and I know that's what it was because it grew from two leaves that looked exactly like they were supposed to. I bought it on Etsy, and it was a 2-leaf cutting. This is from one of the leaves, and then these two are from the other leaf, which they did yellow and fall off fairly recently, actually, because I can't keep it wet enough. There's no roots coming out the bottom. Like, it's just about soggy looking. But this thing dries like nobody's business. It usually lives in the cabinet in the room where I normally film. It's beautiful, but I've had this since last spring. It rooted very quickly. I rooted it directly in soil. I don't fool around a whole lot with water or perlite or moss, like occasionally. But, you know, I put it directly in soil. It rooted pretty quick. I even pulled it out and checked, and they were wrapped around pretty good down there. You know, I can see them through the bottom, but they're not poking out of the bottom yet. Oh, it took so long. It took so long to get here. And I've heard that, like, I have Silver Hero. I'll insert a picture of that over here. I have that, and it did not take this long to grow. I think I grew it from a 2 or 3 leaf cutting, and I got that after I got this. And I mean, you can see that that's quite a good sized plant for just a couple months of rooting and growing. But this is testing my patience. It's beautiful. I would like it to have the markings it's supposed to have. I think I can kind of see them trying to develop on this leaf. I'm sure you won't be able to. Yeah, I just want it to do a thing. I want it to do the thing it's supposed to do. It's gonna get there. I just have to have patience. So I think the lesson we're learning here is I'm frustrated by slow growth, sticky leaves, and the markings or variegation not being there like it should be. These leaves are all silver. They're just as light on the bottom as they are on the top. I don't know, maybe I'm giving it too much light. I have no idea. I think this is the last one already. I'm just like plucking along here. Is that all of them? Yeah, I think that's all of them, or at least all the ones I've bothered to go get today. This is Philodendron Florida Ghost. I don't know how well we're zooming in, or I mean, I don't know how well we're focusing. Yeah, we're not zooming in. I'm just sticking it right up to the camera. It's beautiful. It is, but look at all the growth points in there. It is so many on this one plant. There's got to be a dozen. I just want it to have one dominant growth point and grow up. Like, this is great. I can propagate the hell out of this. And I actually have. I have 2 other ones. I think they're both in a terrarium, which I'll put a picture in. Oh no, actually I just potted one yesterday. So one's in a terrarium and one's in a little tiny pot of its own. The color is, I mean, the leaves come out like they're supposed to. The new leaves do come out white, and then they kind of fade like this, and then they turn like, you know, green. But the problem is I can't get dominant growth, so it's just chaos everywhere. It dries out very quickly. Like, and that's what frustrates me about this one. I cut one growth point off. Like, it started when I got it, it was one growth point, and it had another one trying to start. I got this genius idea. I was like, I'm gonna cut that top portion off and root it, and then I'll have, you know, this A plant and that A plant. And that's not how that went at all. Actually, I killed the top portion because it didn't have any aerial roots. None of these do. So I killed that top portion. But this, I mean, it immediately took off from 18 different places. I don't know, we'll have to do that one day and count how many is actually growing. I don't know, this is insane. There's so much going on in there. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so that's why this one's frustrating. I just can't get one dominant growth point or upright plant out of that. So that's on the to-do list, I suppose. But yeah, that's all of them. That is my frustrating plants. How many can I hold? Is this all of them? I really think there's more. Okay, it's probably just lack of oxygen. But yeah, so these are some of them. I don't know, wish me luck. Yeah, that's what I've got for you today. Just a quickie, because I'm struggling, so I'm gonna go back to bed, which is over there, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.